All right. So Trump is apparently being arrested, according to him, actually, apparently, and Fox and everybody.
I heard something about this at the beginning of the week. I don't know any of the details, but
so here's just a little clip of Fox talking about this previously, or like a few days ago, I think.
We are learning that the Manhattan DA's office has asked for a meeting with law enforcement ahead of a potential Trump indictment. This is coming to Fox News from a source in the courts. The meeting, which was requested yesterday and has not been set yet, is to discuss logistics for sometime next week, which would mean that they are anticipating an indictment next week. Same source who's familiar with the planning said they will go over security preparations in and around the courthouse in Lower Manhattan. Secret Service will take the lead in what they will allow or will not allow. The source cautioned, mentioning, for instance, that the decision to handcuff the president, the former president, or not, they will set the tone and will escort him into the courtroom. There will be coordination between all of us, the source said, but we will defer to the Secret Service. The battle will be between Secret Service and DA Alvin Bragg. They will decide how and when he'll get into the building, and they are not going to leave him. The source believes that the former president will still have to be fingerprinted and processed like every other defendant. So this is a huge development if Alvin Bragg has decided to go ahead with a felony indictment of the former president. This was a charge that the federal officials refused to prosecute on or even really pursue. This was a misdemeanor in New York that Alvin Bragg has decided to elevate to a felony, while at the same time downgrading other felonies to misdemeanors. So we'll be watching this to see how it all unfolds and get more information as it comes in. Sandra?
Now, isn't that crazy how he's like, this is a misdemeanor normally? I'm going to make it a fucking felony.
Felony, yeah.
And then other felonies, during all the rioting and looting. Well, those felonies, I'm just going to make them misdemeanors.
So what exactly is he being brought in for? Like, what was the exact...
I believe the reason that they're doing it is because he had paid Stormy, remember Stormy Daniels? Mm-hmm. He had paid her to, go away or something like that, apparently, according to him. And, I'm not fully sure exactly that whole thing. I just know that she was saying something that he had done something at some point, and then I think they're saying that he used
government money,
campaign funds to tell her to hush, basically. And I'm like, I don't really know. But what were you saying?
I was just gonna say, like a silencing bribe.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But it was just a misdemeanor, and now they're turning it into a felony.
So he actually himself has come and said that he was going to be arrested. Or is it, this isn't a video. I'm just going to look at this little. Actually, it's down here. What am I doing? Right here. Now, illegal leaks from a corrupt and highly political Manhattan District Attorney office, which has allowed new records to be set in violent crime and whose leader is funded by George Soros.
Wow.
Indicate that with no crime being able to be proven and based on an old and fully debunked by numerous other prosecutors fairy tale, the far and away leading Republican candidate and former president of the United States of America will be arrested on Tuesday of next week. Protest, take our nation back. And of course, this is the New York Post. They're saying, "Oh, he's saying you got to oh goodness,
he's starting to incite violence again.
He's inciting violence. Oh my goodness,
January 6th all over again."
Yep, January 6th number. Wait, 50?
Yeah,
because everything is January 6th now these
everything
days.
Is.
It's the worst thing because it's Trump's fault. It's Trump's fault that the Ohio train crashed. It's Trump's fault that the banks are crashing. It's Trump's fault that the inflation is super high. It's Trump's fault that we're in war with Russia and Ukraine. Everything's Trump's fault. Biden apparently is just not doing anything. Apparently, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris just not doing anything.
Showing up to places, and he's doing great. He's the darling child.
Showing up to places, walking into bushes, and
Ruling on
his
people,
bicycle.
kissing.
And going on vacation again. He went on vacation again.
He went on vacation again?
Yeah, he went on vacation again.
Do presidents should presidents be taking vacations? I don't think so.
I don't think you should be, to be honest.
Especially
I mean,
with
maybe
everything
like
going on.
92 and has dementia. Just give it to him. I mean, he's not the one running the country anyway.
That's
they have
true.
to. Yeah, they have to change out the clones.
Yeah, they have to change them out every now and then. That's what vacation means. He's actually just gone to the lab under Area 51.
Like, okay, guys,
They degrade over time.
Right.
Yeah.
And every successive clone degrades faster than the previous.
I mean, he was already old and had some mental issues. Like that shit's probably turning.
Yeah.
His brain is probably literally mush by the time.
he had
any
two brain surgeries.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like years ago. So.
Explain a few things.
It's funny how they voted for him and then they voted for Fetterman and Fetterman's.
So I want to know why they're arresting Trump.
It's basically because of that. He used money for your campaign.
No. I mean, why they're arresting Trump. Not why they're arresting Trump.
But
why is it happening?
Oh,
yeah.
Because they don't want him to run again for president. And
that's what I thought.
Regardless of what, right? They're going to find any and everything to be like, he shouldn't be president because he was arrested, or somebody in whatever in New York put him arrested, or
they're going to say whatever. Him so much it
doesn't even they think that doing this is going to make people not vote for him, right? They think that if we put him in handcuffs and perp walk him, even though nothing's going to come of it at all, because nothing is going to come of it at all.
I mean, people will still say that he bought the jury or someone got paid under the table or...
No, what'll happen, right, is all the people who still believe this shit, they're going to be like, oh, Trump's getting arrested. That means he's guilty. Right?
Yeah.
There's that. And then when he gets out of it, because there's nothing there, just like there was never anything there, they're still going to be like, well, he was arrested, therefore he shouldn't be president. Even though the reason he was arrested, he shouldn't have been arrested in the first place. And there was nothing there for them to arrest him for. They literally took something that was a misdemeanor and made it a felony.
They how does that make sense? Dropped all the felonies.
Yes. Like what?
But here's the other side of that argument, though. It's maybe this shouldn't have been the thing that he should have been arrested for, but you can't say that he shouldn't have been arrested earlier for other things.
I mean, there's
such as. Do you
have anything?
Yeah, there was a whole thing about him having confidential documents in his house.
Oh yeah,
that he took after his presidency. That right there is number one offense for arrest.
Well,
but
so we actually talked about
thing.
that, huh? Yeah, we talked about that actually. Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
Oh, sorry. Here's my thing. I'm just gonna say it's no secret that I'm not exactly a Trump supporter. I don't really support any of the options because they all suck ass. But it's imagine a world where we actually do these things for the betterment of our fucking government and for the betterment of our society, as opposed to just doing it for political standpoints and political gain. You know, Trump. There's something out there that Trump should be arrested for, but there's something out there that 99% of the fucking politicians in the government should be arrested for. But nothing ever happens. They all get away scot-free.
Yeah, it's because they have the power. But I will say for the documents thing, because we did go over this.
Yeah.
So the documents thing, he had the documents after, he had them in his possession after he was president. True. But when you're the president, just like Joe Biden has this power now because he's in charge, but when you're the president, you have the power to declassify any documents. So when he was the president, he declassified them, and then he brought them to his house because that's where he was doing his work. That's why there was that wasn't necessarily illegal. Also, he had the documents in a safe location that was guarded by the police of the White House, the Secret Service.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a brain
As
fart.
opposed to Biden, who apparently
Yeah.
had them in his garage.
Yeah, Joe Biden also had documents like almost immediately after that happened, but he had the documents sitting in the garage.
I'm working off the assumption that like every single president always like
Yeah.
takes
Yeah, every
classified.
check.
Obama also had secret
Yeah.
documents, like
Every-
classified documents, but he was president, so I'm
Like-
pretty sure he declassified them. You know,
Like
what
their
I'm saying?
souvenirs, their time as president.
It's just like, you know, they all do the same things, but when the other one is in power, they're like, you're doing, even though I'm doing the same thing you're doing, it's illegal for you to do it because I don't like you. Even though I guess to be fair, I don't really know if like the Republicans, because I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Republican or Democrat. I literally just am a Trump supporter because the first time he went, I didn't vote for him because I didn't know who he was, and Hillary Clinton is a demon. The second time, I actually looked into what he did, and I was like, you know what? He's the best option, and I do not want Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, so I'm going to vote for him. But then we know what happened there, so I'm just saying, you know. So
That's fair. I mean, I'm not one of those people that just like hates on Trump supporters or hates on Biden supporters or whatever. It's like
Yeah.
I really don't fucking care who you support.
yeah, he
At
doesn't
this
care
point,
who you
they
support.
all
You
suck.
all suck.
Yeah, they all.
Yeah,
none of them are
basically.
doing anything in the interest of people, the people that they're supposed to be serving.
Now, like
Eating.
with this though, like what I just said, like Elon Musk says that if this whole thing goes through, which I mean, it doesn't even matter if it goes through or not.
Yeah.
Elon Musk says if this happens, Trump will just win in a landslide victory. Which I mean, to be honest, I kind of sort of believe it and kind of don't.
Yeah.
Right? I think that people will definitely, people already like planning on voting for him or not. Like
Yeah.
at this point, you're already going to vote for him or you're not going to vote for him.
At this point, I know they're not going to vote for Biden again.
Yeah, I mean, like who you would have to be literally lobotomized to still think he is a viable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. But
There
big
are a lot of
but
people who are lobotomized.
if the same if the same thing happened in the previous election that happened, you know, and it's going to happen
Yeah.
again,
It's probably going to
then he probably isn't going to win.
He's not gonna
'Cause
win.
They're going to just be like, oh, nobody likes Trump because they'll just
Right.
lie like they
slander
always
their
do.
way through it. Yeah.
If that isn't fixed, then I guess the elections just literally don't mean anything, and there's no point.
I
in
mean,
voting.
to be fair, you make it sound like that's only against Trump.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, yeah.
but, like,
Oh, no, it's not.
I mean, that's kind of
it's on both sides.
It's on both sides.
It's just
Yeah.
the thing is that they did
Trump
it so.
just gets his shit's just so much more in the public eye.
Yeah, it was so in your face last time that it was like,
It was the only thing I heard.
what the fuck?
Literally in the campaign, in my first college semester, I only ever heard bad things about Trump from the news.
I only ever heard bad things about Trump
Yeah.
until the election, and
Yeah.
then when I started actually looking into myself, only ever heard
There
bad.
was never any slander against Hillary, except for the email stuff. Like there was some,
But that was
shady shit. But
that was that was
that
somebody exposing.
yeah,
it.
that was an exposition, and then people wrote it off as like conspiracy.
Yeah.
Like, but all this stuff about Trump was going on in the news. I was like,
And I voted for Obama the first time. I didn't vote for him the second time. But Obama, according to the media, was perfect. He didn't do anything wrong
ever. Yeah, he was the darling. He was the darling child.
And that is
Yeah.
when I realized that, okay, I don't trust any of y'all. Like, I voted for you, and you're shitty. You're a fucking shitty person
Of course, when
all
Obama
around.
was elected, I was still in elementary school.
Oh, okay. Well,
So-
I was old enough to vote for the first time.
That was the first time he got elected. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
I think I was
Second
in
time.
high school. No,
I think I had.
you couldn't have been in elementary school because we're not that far apart. And I'm pretty sure I was in high school the first time that he got
I
elected.
was in 5th grade.
Damn.
I know it
I
was.
forget I'm like that much older than you guys. Shit, though.
I know I was in 5th grade when we talked about it.
Then maybe I was in my
We
late
were.
middle school
You're only a
years, I
few.
don't know.
You must have been in middle school at least,
Yeah.
because he was president all throughout my middle school years. That's what we talked about. But I know we talked about it when I was in 5th grade. So
Jeez, but yeah, man.
we're chitlins compared to you.
Obama is what made me not trust the government fully. I guess you can say like 100%.
Done.
I was like, yes, I was back in the day. I was like, yes, black people. You know, I was like, oh, black. I was like the black people kind of black person.
As a lot of people were.
Yeah, and then Obama came around. I was like, hold on, I voted for you, and you're a black person. You're shitty. Like what? And then I was like, I can't trust the government at all. And then my mother tried to get me to go to the military. I was like, fuck that.
Every time someone controversial comes up in the elections and stuff, I'm like, can't wait to see this shit play out.
Can't wait to see the memes. The memes are my favorite part of every election.
Yeah, it is. That's actually new. I think that just started with Obama.
Yeah,
because he was like really online more. Like he was like a more social media kind of president. So
people just remember that. Also, I'm really curious to know what this says because
it says Mario arrested for hate crime after leaving skid marks on Rainbow Road.
Oh wow, that was a topic we talked about last week.
Right? Isn't that funny? Damn it, Mario. Sucks. Thank you once again for watching, but please go subscribe on Rumble, Odyssey, and Utreon to see more content that we cannot put on YouTube. Also, check out our GameSanity channel where we play live streams of different games, and the Oreyo Show where we have a podcast about current events and interesting topics going on in the world today. Once again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.